tension and danger. These two elements are what make mixed martial arts thrilling to me, and sadly, they are the two things that EA Sports UFC just cannot conjure up. EA has certainly put on a good show and laid a sound foundation for the next UFC game, but several errant balance and design decisions knock the teeth out of what should be a high-stakes game of inches. UFC was built exclusively for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and it shows. These are some of the most impressive character models and animations I've ever seen in a game. Even up close and in motion, they appear natural and believable and exude the personalities of their real-life counterparts. Georges St. Pierre conducts himself with measured discipline, and the axe murderer creepily rolls his hands while maintaining an icy cold stare. Combined with the spot-on TV-style presentation and energetic commentary, these touches help successfully bottle the tone and energy of a big UFC pay-per-view event.
It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division.
Even when fists start flying, good transitional animations and hit reactions keep things looking fluid, though it's disappointing that most of the grappling animations are the same from character to character. That doesn't keep the sheer detail of the animations from impressing though. Skin ripples with impact, fighters visibly wince in pain with every crushing leg kick, and hands flail for leverage when the fight heads to the ground. These are flesh and blood warriors, not a pack of uncanny looking puppets. Mixed martial arts is an extraordinarily complex sport, and EA tried not to dumb it down at all. That's great because there are a ton of options for attacking, defending, stand-up, or putting in mat work, but it's more than the control scheme can readily handle. Be prepared to hold multiple shoulder buttons while fiddling with the analog sticks and face buttons, all simultaneously. I got used to it, but this isn't a game most people should expect to pick up and play quickly. Where UFC really gets into the weeds, though, is with its overall balance. Having watched a good share of mixed martial arts, it's off-putting and deflating to see how the whole cast shrugs off shots that would fell even the stiffest-chinned fighters in the world. If Anderson Silva does this to you, it should be a wrap no matter who you are. The same goes for submission battles. The system behind these grappling chess matches is actually pretty fun, and it's cool how it takes the fighter's stats and stamina into consideration. But every sub-attempt becomes a minute-long multi-stage duel no matter what. In fairness, this can happen in a real UFC fight, but just as often, great jiu-jitsu experts will find an opening and slap a quick hold on for a decisive tap-out. The fact that you can absorb a seemingly endless amount of punishment and have forever to wiggle free of submission attempts made me feel safe no matter the situation. And safe is the exact opposite of how I want to feel in an MMA game. I want to think twice before throwing a punch when the spider starts bobbing and weaving. I want to tremble in fear when BJ Penn starts smothering me with his rubber guard to set up a gogoplata. This same lack of stakes permeates the entire grappling game too. Sweeping and passing is just too easy, since you always succeed unless your opponent does the correct counter. That sounds fair, but in practice it takes all the urgency out of the ground game. I'm never more than a single click of the analog stick away from getting back to my feet if my opponent misses their counter window, and that makes fighting for a dominant position pretty much pointless. Outside of the ring, UFC has little of value to offer. There's a series of challenges that teach you things that probably should have been in the tutorial, functional online play, and a career mode that's more or less an endlessly repeating cycle of boring, repetitive menus and cheesy attaboy FMVs. Customizing and progressing my fighter would have been a lot more fun if I didn't have to wade through so much tedium to do so. EA Sports UFC looks the part to a T, and its exhaustive list of moves and techniques represent the complex nature of the sport well. But knowing that each second could be your fighter's last is what gives weight and drama to mixed martial arts. And without that, these bouts fall flat. I love the amount of respect the developers clearly have for every aspect of the sport, but reverence and attention to detail alone can't stand in for a missing sense of danger and excitement. For more on EA Sports UFC, stay tuned to IGN.
He gets the Muay Thai clinch.
Good move to use the foot stomp.
Oh, nice. Vicious knees. Another huge knee. Oh, beautiful knee.